Oh, hey, my name is Leah Elizabeth, and this is Finance Rules. Today, I'm going to be talking about NNDM, specifically what's going on with this direct offering that we've got going on over here, and just all the drama, the usual. What an Israeli website came out with Yoav Stern, the CEO of NNDM. He made a statement. So I just want to, catch up with you guys on NNDM. I know my channel has kind of turned into an NNDM channel, which was completely not intentional. It's just that there's so much drama always with NNDM, so there's always things to talk about, I feel, with all these direct offerings and the news and, speculations on who they're going to merge or acquire. So I feel like there's always so much going on with NNDM, and also it is my largest holding. So that's why I'm doing so many NNDM videos, but stay tuned for other videos that I'm making because I'm going to be doing non-NNDM videos. There's a lot of SPACs that I have that have been very successful. And even just today, I just invested in ARKG, the ARK's Genomics ETF. So more on that later, but just know that I'm not all about NNDM. I mean, it is my biggest holding, but it's not, Leah equals NNDM and that's it. So, yeah, about that. Nano Dimensions came out with another registered direct offering. I wasn't expecting this because in their past SEC filing, it said that we were going to have 30 days until this was going to happen. 30 days is not up, it's not January 8th or 9th yet, and already they're putting another offering. So basically, Nano Dimensions is doing a direct offering for $250 million, which is a lot more than their recent previous offerings. At least, guys, at least the price is at $750, okay? Because remember in my previous video, I was expecting it to be at least 7, but probably, you know what, because of the volume levels, because of how bullish, because of the sentiment that's going on right now with NNDM, this company can do this. This company can push this higher. Because first it was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No 7. Just straight to 750 now. So who knows? Maybe the next one will be like 9, depending on the price action. So anyways, if you guys want to search for the SEC filing, all you have to do is go to the SEC website and search NNDM. Click that, and here's all their documents. So look, December 28th. You go to the report here, and then boom, this is how you see word for word what is the legal document. So you see it's $7.50 per share for $250 million. And again, they're putting this statement, literally, like this is like copy paste. For a period of 30 days following the closing of the registered offering date. They say that, but you know what, who knows, they could do another one. We're on the 29th now, so 30 days from now, they're claiming like the end of January, but who knows, maybe it'll be sooner than that. Maybe that will be it for direct offerings. No one knows. Okay, so now let's look at a little bit of technical analysis and previous history of direct offerings. Because I have been involved in the direct offering process a few times now, and it's almost like history is repeating itself. So let me recap you on Nano Dimensions' story. So in the beginning, I'm kidding. So I know all these lines are kind of daunting and it looks too much, but there's been too many direct offerings. That's the problem here, not my lines. Okay, so I'm not going to go too far back. I'm just going to only go to the November 23rd offering. So that one was for $100 million. So look, it drops. So I have 2 lines here for each offering, and I color-coded it to make it easier. So the first line is when they publicly announced that an offering was going to come. And the second line is the day that they closed on the direct offering. So you kind of get like, this is a chapter, this is a chapter, and this is a chapter of the grand scheme story, if you will. So back in November 23rd, so they put out the news and they closed it here. And what happened to the stock? It dropped overall. Okay, it rebounded just like it always does, but it dropped. So this one, December 2nd, so stock went up, and then by the end of the direct offering, it went down. December 9th, 180 million, which is a lot more than this one, okay? Was up, and it came crashing down. Now we have to kind of look at this past history and see what's going to happen this time. So all we have is speculations, right? All we have is, let's see what's happened in the past and let's kind of gauge what's going to happen this time. Also gauge at the stock offering price and how far it was to the bottom of the stock price. Because right now we're hovering over around 850, okay? And this stock offering is at 750. So if it went down, we have a $1 spread here, because I don't think it's going to go under $7.50. Highly unlikely. If it does, max 730, I think, will be the lowest it'll go. But it will hover over here because they're going to have the giant wall of NNDM here with huge buy orders, and it won't be able to go through. It'll be the great wall of NNDM, if you will. This last stock offering got very close. And this is when I went heavy. This was the direct offering price, okay? And it was for $180 million. And I was saying to myself, if somebody is willing to put $180 million at $6, shouldn't I put my 2 cents in, right? So for here, if you can get in at $7.50, that is amazing. That's if the price goes down. We don't know for sure. We just can look at the previous history. So let's look at how far each offering has decreased. Okay, so the high here to the low point here. So 27%. For this one, let's say 12%. That one wasn't as much because it was only 60 million. 60 million. For this one, we were here and we went here. So about 17%. So if we say that it's going to decrease by 17% yet again, so from here, when the news came out, 17% would be here. So 730. If it follows the exact same as last time. What I think is it's going to bounce off this 750 line. I think it will decrease tomorrow. I just don't know how much and if it's worth it or not. So for tomorrow, if it goes down to 750, right? You're making approximately $1.30 a share. Because we all know you're going to sell and then you're going to buy in again, right? So you're going to sell here, buy, and then ride the wave up. All you're making is $1.30 in the end, right? So say you have, I don't know, 1,000 shares and you're going to sell your 1,000 shares tomorrow morning and then buy back before close. So this is going to be your profit. $1,300 out of 1,000 shares. You have to ask yourself, is that worth it? Is that worth the headache, the fear, the scrambling, the looking at the chart every 1 minute? I don't know. If you have 500 shares, you have to ask yourself, is the $650 worth it to swing? Because we all know, I think we've come to the conclusion as a whole, it's safe to say that we are long on an NDM. We are in it for the long run. As an investor, we are in it for the long run. But do we just want to like swing trade this a little bit just to get a little bit of a, you know, the low-hanging fruit, taste some cherries and apples? You know, do we want, you know, a little gift and then buy back in? That's totally up to you. But what I think is going to happen tomorrow, because tomorrow is the 30th, and that's when they're closing the direct offering, okay? After that, Thursday, oh, it's going to be boom. And then the next week, it's going to be boom again. So you don't want to miss that. And you can't really pinpoint the exact moment it's at the bottom. That is what's called gambling. If you like a company, you're invested, you've done your due diligence, you looked at the financials, the ideas, the CEO, the news, like everything, and you are convinced that this is a good company, invest in it. By looking at the stock price today and speculating what it will be tomorrow, or by end of week, or by early next week, that's more so gambling. That's speculative. You have to ask yourself, are you in with this company or are you out of this company? Yes or no? If it's yes, buy. If you buy at $7.50, if you buy at $8, who cares when it's $20 in the end of 2021 or even $50 the end of 2021? We don't know. But you know who might know actually? ARK. Cathie Woods is onto something with NNDM, and I don't think it's public knowledge yet, but I don't know what kind of insider trading is going on there, but I think Cathie knows something, and I'll talk to you about that at the end of the video. So to summarize, if you're an investor, if you're for long term, just hang in there. Don't even look at the stock day to day. You know, stop looking at it. Just wake up one morning a few months from now and be glad that it's way above this price point. But if you're gonna swing trade it, if you want a little tidbit of profits, here's what I think is going to happen tomorrow. And this is just what I think. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is what I'm thinking. Feel free to share your thoughts or your criticisms in the comments below, because I'm trying to build a community here where we help each other out with opinions, news, criticisms, feedback. So let me know in the comments what you think. But for tomorrow, I think there might even be a little bit of a pump, and then there's going to be a pullback. And if we are lucky, it will go close to $7.50. And me personally, I'm definitely going to put more money if it goes near that point, because that's just the golden nugget here. By the way, these green lines were my buy-ins from the previous dip. And this is how I played the previous direct offering. And I'm going to do it possibly again tomorrow. The price is going to go up in the morning, maybe like before 9:45, 10 a.m. So you only have like 15, 20 minutes to sell your stock because it might rally a little bit. So tomorrow morning before 10 a.m., it might rally a little bit or it might not. That depends. From here to here, you know, like from 8.50 to 8.70, if you want to sell at that point. And then I think it's going to go down. 17% is pretty harsh considering the good news that we've been having for NNDM. I think it's going to be 12%. So if you can buy in at 772, you know, even like 780, 790 tomorrow, I think that will be a very good price point. So that's just my opinion. Do what you will with it. Let's see the 4-hour. So the RSI is moving steady. It's going good. See over here, we were a little bit overbought, but now we're like right sweet in the middle. Also, something else that I wanted to mention, that Nano Dimensions sold a Dragonfly to an Academy of Engineering Physics in the Pacific Rim. So that's really cool to hear that, you know, an academy is buying a Dragonfly so that they can teach students the way of the future, you know, how 3D printing works. And they've chosen NNDM to be that example. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but my recording stopped, but I'll just re-record. Okay, so thanks to the shareholders' support, we now have approximately 425 million, not including the 250 million registered direct offering. We are focusing our efforts on developing next generation systems with high volume production capabilities. With the support of them, we are also actively pursuing M&A opportunities, targeting companies that complement our technology and that will strengthen our sales and distribution channels. So revenue is coming. Also, in an Israeli website called Globes, they came up with an article about NNDM, and they talk about the registered offering. So now NNDM has $657 million in cash at the end of tomorrow. Yada, yada, yada. But most importantly is this sentence at the end. So we're adjusting our focus in order to leverage our strong cash on the one hand and the markets as a result, blah, blah. So Wall Street is being weird. This is an environment that allows Nano to make effective use of the support of its shareholders, and we have at the moment 2 targets on which we are focusing: speeding up and promoting our R&D, and at the same time looking for a private company to acquire at the right price whose value has fallen and that is synergetic. This is huge. This is the news that we have been waiting every single day for. We were scared that they were going to acquire a public company. We were scared that they were going to get acquired, merged, blah, blah, with so many speculations out there. And now we know that Nano Dimensions is looking to acquire a private company, which is in our Nano Dimension shareholders' best interest. This, depending on what company they buy and for what reasons, this will most likely increase the sentiment and increase the demand for buying this stock, and you'll see the stock rise. Another part of big news is Cathie Wood's ARK. Inside ARK, ARKQ, Cathie on December 28th bought another $1 million worth of shares. But most importantly, yeah, sure, that's a lot. We thought that was a lot, okay? She just opened up NNDM position in ARKW, and she just spent $30 million. So now she has 3.6 million shares in ARKW and 4.7 million shares in ARKQ. Now NNDM is in 2 of ARK's ETFs. If this doesn't trigger you to think, they're onto something, or seems like they're very overly confident, then I don't know what else will. Obviously, they are extremely bullish. They're looking for returns just as much as we are, and they're placing the big bets. I don't know about you, but I don't have $1 million lying around to put in one day, or 30 million in one day into one stock. So obviously ARK is onto something, and maybe so should you, because I am. Okay, so those are my thoughts for tomorrow's price action for the end of the direct offering going into the new year. I hope you all have a lovely New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. You know, mostly I've kept quiet because I'm just enjoying the holidays and enjoying time with family. So I hope you're doing that as well. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe down below and like this video. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.